Super Decathlon. Super Decathlon.
For the people that are a little bit more nervous at the beginning, does that ever affect your nerves?
There has been a couple times where I've had gone into unintentional spins.
There you go. Perfect. A little bit more. There you go. Forward.
Hey guys, it's Matthew from Sling Pilot Academy. I'm super excited because this week we're starting a brand new segment called Instructor Insights. In this series, we're going to sit down with instructors to discuss their areas of expertise and to give you a sneak peek into their daily life. That way, you get to hear about what it's like to be a CFI, as well as specific advice on that episode's topic. Spin and upset recovery is arguably one of the most important things that you'll do during your aviation training, especially in regards to safety. Every CFI candidate is required to do spin training, but here at Sling, we think it's so crucial that our private students get to do it as well. This week, we're going to talk with Vagmin, one of our spin instructors, and show a recent spin session with one of his students. We'll discuss how he got started, what it's like to instruct spin training, some common mistakes, and more. Let's get to it.
Towards ground, Sling 562 Bravo Alpha is in the run-up for 11 right. I'd like to taxi to 11 left.
Decathlon 2 Bravo Alpha, follow the
Decathlon.
Cirrus, runway 11 left, taxi via Alpha Bravo.
Alpha Bravo to 11 left. 562 Bravo Alpha. We're Super Decathlon. Super Decathlon.
I am here with Vagmin. He's one of the CFIs here. Can you tell us a little bit about what your role is?
Hi, I'm Vagmin Johnny. I'm a flight instructor here at Sling Pilot Academy. I'm an advanced flight instructor. I do a lot of everything. There's a lot of people that are really excited to go do spins because it's different from normal flying, right? Normal flying, we're just doing normal maneuvers, steep turns, and the craziest thing we're doing is a steep turn, realistically. There's also people on the other side of the spectrum where they're really scared to do a spin because that's all we've been trained to do. We're like, never get into a spin because it could be deadly. Doesn't matter if you're high hours, low hours, it can happen anytime.
Here we are. Off the ground.
For the people that are a little bit more nervous at the beginning, does that ever affect your nerves?
I've been an instructor for 3 years now, but over that time I've experienced all different types of skill levels, and you meet a lot of different people with a lot of different backgrounds in aviation, and there has been a couple times where I've had gone into unintentional spins early in my career as a CFI, but there are times where it's super easy. We get up there, the students really understanding, they know what to do, and we've been prepared to do pair. Pair is a spin recovery technique that we use and we learned from early in our training. It stands for power, idle, ailerons neutral, rudder opposite direction of the spin, and elevator forward to break the stall. The whole point of a spin is it's an uncoordinated stall. So to get into a spin, we have to stall. Again, we push forward, break the stall, gain airspeed, and then we can climb back up, add the power as needed to get back into safe flight. And then the CFI starts yelling at the student, why did you get us into a spin? And all that stuff. That's pair.
View practice area, Super Decathlon, 562 Bravo Alpha, 4 miles south of Point Furman, 6,000 southbound. Going to do some spans. Look out below, PV and Long Beach. We want full. There you go. Yeah, you want full rudder, right? Oh, we kind of did not all the way. Yeah. And that's why we kept spinning there, but it was still half a turn, right? It's not a quarter, but it's a half turn there. Yeah. We still recovered right
so
here.
Good on the
Good.
on the placement, just
Exactly.
more rudder.
Yeah, more. It just remember sluggish, right?
Yep.
Sometimes it freaks me out when we go with student pilots. First of all, they're already new to flying, where there's a lot of different motions that the human body isn't used to. And then adding on to that, being inverted at times, and you look up and you see the ocean above you, that might be a little off-putting. And I'm always on the controls just to make sure, and hovering, to make sure that it doesn't get past my comfort zone.
How was your flight with Kyle?
It was definitely a fun flight. He was one of the students that was prepared for the lesson, and we had about a 2-hour ground session before, and just kind of really diving deep into spin recovery. We went through all the stages of the spin. First couple of tries, I always do the spin myself and recovery myself, just so they can know what's going on. And then after that, he picked it up really fast. We did multiple turns, and he seemed to be having a good time. And after the spins, usually I say they've graduated the class, and we kind of do some fun stuff, a little bit of inverted flying, some loops and stuff, just to keep it fun and show that aircraft, their aviation can be more than straight and level and traffic pattern all day.
Wow, this is actually very challenging.
Yeah, it is, right? We're kind of stepping away from what we've learned throughout private and all our training.
Yeah.
Hey, pair, this is what we do. Like, don't hold the elevator back.
Yeah.
The only reason we do it, hold the elevator back during spin training, is to see what the effects are.
All right, we'll try it again at 5.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of that flight, was there anything that you can remember that kind of caught you off guard or distracted you?
Yeah, we were in a loop or a spin or something like that, and the field tester kind of just popped out of it. I had it secured in the pocket, but sometimes things fly around and pop out. So the field tester came out, and just all I see is field. It just kind of shoot up. I'm like, oh, well, that's new. But other than that, it was a pretty normal flight for being spins.
Yeah.
It's normal.
And, just to speak on that really quick, that just shows how important it is for you to maintain your calm and level-headedness when something like that does happen, especially as the CFI, because if the student freaks out, you're the one who has to maintain the stability of everything.
Yeah, that's true. Because, at the end of the day, with spin training and CFI training in general, the main thing that we're teaching is how to stay calm in situations where a student does not know how to act. And a lot of my teaching that I do to these CFI candidates is showing them how a student may react in certain situations.
Alright. One. Alright, recover. Forward. There you go. Slowly bring it back. Slow. There you go. See? Yeah, how much smoother that is? And we don't even need power. Now adding the power. We want to climb away. And perfect, just like that. You see that?
Yeah, that one felt smoother.
Solid, yeah. That pressure, you bring it out, and you gotta bring it back slowly. With the rudder,
Staying in that vertical dive until you're solid.
You're moving
stabilized.
around the vertical axis all the way down. It's the aircraft is in not equilibrium, but it's super stable there.
In terms of common mistakes, what do you see as kind of like the most common stuff that people mess up on in the spin training? And what could they do, or what mindset could they have going in to maybe mitigate some of those things?
Like I said earlier, there's a lot of hesitation around spins, right? People are scared of doing them, which 100%, I understand. You're in a plane for the first time doing flips and stuff. So being in the mindset that, okay, I'm going to do spins today, this is how I'm gonna recover. Being ready to always just prepare and recover from the spins, at least for the spin training flights, it helps out a lot and kind of shows that, as a pilot, you can handle different situations and be out of your comfort zone. In normal flights, where you're just talking about, just normal flight lessons, or even as a student pilot or something, you're going out to do normal stuff, you have to be prepared for all kinds of situations that may arise. A lot of the common mistakes, again, people freeze up all the time, because your body kind of goes not into full shock, but you're like, oh, what's going on? Like, I know how to recover from this. However, it's just not natural, right? So you have to make sure that you use your time in the best way possible and, working through that.
Alright, let's have some fun.
We're at 4,500. All right, sir.
3,500, be parked there.
I'm pressing right rudder right now. Ooh, alright.
I'm fully upside down. Holy shit.
1,500 descending, simulate emergency descent over the sunset.
Wow.
So kind of like a 2-in-1. One, have you ever had to really calm somebody down in the aircraft? And then also, what's the best method or your best method for doing that?
Yeah, as an instructor, there are multiple times that you do have to, calm people down, because again, it's a new environment, especially for student pilots. There are times where, let's say we're practicing landings and stuff, and they kind of hit the ground a little too hard, and they get freaked out. They're like, oh my God, like I'm gonna break the plane, like I broke the plane, I'm freaking out. I would say as a CFI to always just help them out as much as you can, right? You have to make it a positive learning experience, so you can always say, all right, my controls, take your time, calm down, whatever needs to, whatever you need to help yourself out. I'll take controls, I'll do everything, and then when you're ready, let me know when you're ready to fly again, and we'll continue the lesson. And usually that helps out a lot, because they just need to sometimes take a step back, right?
And you remember, elevator forward, but not all the way, just a little bit. You don't wanna have it like, stick to dick. Yeah. Be just a little bit forward. Full rudder. You had it perfectly down on that last one. Yep.
Neutralize the rudder.
Exactly. Perfect. Good job bringing that back. Perfect. No secondary stall. We had that elevator forward. The rudder came out. Solid.
I mean, you've been instructing for a while now. Now you instruct instructors and do spin training and stuff. Is that something that you always saw yourself doing, or is this kind of a role that you just kind of ended up in?
Yeah, it's just something I've always wanted to do, and I'm glad that I've been able to, achieve what I have in my career so far. I definitely didn't see myself as an instructor starting off. Even through CFI training, I never thought that I was like, oh, this is gonna suck. I don't want to do this, but this is the best way to get my hours. So, all right, I'll figure it out. Just push through, get my hours, and get out. Once I got my CFI certificate, and then I actually started interacting with people and students, I really enjoyed seeing the progress of student pilots, especially those that come in with zero experience, with no knowledge of aviation at all. They don't know anybody in aviation. This is just something they wanted to do. And seeing that progress from zero all the way to getting their certificate, and even past that, it's just something that I got to really like. Maybe this could be fun. I can make this a fun thing, enjoy it while I can, and teach as much as I can. I still have my first students, the very first students that I ever had as CFI, check in with me every now and then when they get their certificates. One of my very first student actually, when he signed off his first solo, he called me. He's like, hey, I'm signing off my first solo, can you come out? So I did. I went all the way, I went to Bakersfield, drove all the way out there just to be able to see the first solo, and I felt like an aviation grandpa. It was great. It was fun.
There's 140. Let's bring it up. Up. Now look left. Looking left. Yep. Now we can start looking forward and applying that forward pressure. There you go. Perfect. A little bit more. There you go. Forward. Let it happen. There it is. Woo! Rudders. Left rudder. Woo! Oh, the G's on that one. Came out of that.
Any final words of wisdom for people out there watching, whether it's for spin training or just for being an instructor in general?
Well, spin training, remember pair and don't freeze up. That's the biggest part of it, obviously. For instructors that are, or people that are wanting to be instructors and don't think that it's right for them, give it a shot. There's a lot that you can learn about yourself, and it really pushes you to be better, and you're always learning every day. When I passed my CFI check ride, the examiner told me, here's your certificate, you're an instructor, you still don't know too much. You're gonna learn every day. And yeah, when he said that, it caught me off guard. I was like, oh, why did you give me a certificate then? But he really said what he meant was, you're always gonna be learning, and you're always gonna be finding new ways to learn and teach people. So along with that route, you learn a lot about yourself as well, along with aviation. To all the people that haven't really thought about teaching, give it a shot. You never know, you might become really good at it, and you learn a lot more as an instructor too. And then for the people that really don't think it's right for them, there's a lot of other opportunities out there in aviation, right? Give it a shot. Whatever works for you works, and obviously aviation should be a fun thing, right?
Definitely.
I feel like along the road, at least I had times where I was like, well, this seems more like a chore now. It's not fun. So you gotta find what's right for you and what's fun for you. So obviously spin training is the fun part for my for my career. Also teaching CFIs too, because I get to show them, like, I act as a student sometimes in the plane, and I just do stuff that my students have done to me, and I just want to see how these instructor candidates would react. And it's really fun seeing their reaction sometimes, because they just freeze out. They're like, why would you do that? I was like, why would a student do that? I don't know. We just have to, right? You have to be ready and prepared in all situations. So it's nice to see that. And all the student pilots out there, just keep pushing. Do your ground knowledge. Ground knowledge is way more important than flying, please. Yeah, know your ground stuff, because that's where majority of your testing is going to be. Flying is the fun part. If you get to fly after a check ride, you do your ground, and you're going up flying, you pass. That's the fun part. Not a lot of people get to do this, right? So you got to really count yourself lucky and count yourself as part of the, 1% of people in America that are actual pilots and have pilot certificates. So, keep that in mind. You really got to push yourself to stay in that demographic at least. But keep going.
Thanks for doing this interview, man, and thank you for everything you do here at Sling.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching the video. We really appreciate it. Definitely drop us a comment to let us know what you think of this new segment and if we should do more.
Right. I'm speeding. Serious. Gotta get serious.
Okay.
Oh wait, come a bit more forward. I'm so sorry.
No worries. Okay. I'll rewind. I'll restart that. So.